The kitchen lights blazed, unnatural. Rhiannon Davies, her blonde hair usually impeccable, stumbled in, coat haphazardly buttoned. I said nothing. What if everything you believed was a calculated lie? I simply pressed play on my phone. Her voice, intimate and casual, filled the room. No, he still thinks I'm at the client dinner. He actually packed my charger. Bless his heart. Laughter followed. A man's low voice, Jedediah Shaw's, responded, "Your husband's a saint." "He's soft," Rhiannon whispered. "Safe, comfortable. You're the spark." Then unmistakable sounds. Rhiannon froze, eyes fixed on the floor, as if avoiding a truth too painful to witness. This changed my life in 30 days. She clutched the wall, her face drained. I remained silent. I wasn't always quiet. Larkin Rhodes, the man who left cheerful notes and celebrated every tiny victory, had been loud with love. But a truth unraveling your life in under a minute demands silence. When the recording stopped, she tried to speak. "Larkin, I can explain." Not "I'm sorry," not my name at first. She took a step, mascara already smudging. "Please, that recording doesn't mean what you think." I stood. She froze. It was work, that's all. I switched off the phone, placing it like radioactive material. Ready to learn the shocking truth? Just one time? I paused. Weeks of recordings. Different voices, same lies. I hadn't played the one where she mocked my gullibility. How Larkin always assumes the best. It's adorable. Adorable, that was new. "I ironed your blouse for that conference," I said, not turning. "The one where you lost your wedding ring?" She gasped. "I found it, not at the hotel, in your gym bag, wrapped in a napkin, with a champagne receipt." Her breath hitched. I felt a ghost of the old me, wanting to console. But that man died 27 minutes into the first recording. I walked upstairs. What she did next will stun you. She collapsed, not from guilt, but panic. She knew I wasn't angry. I was done. Sleep offered no escape, only a hollow numbness. Rhiannon paced downstairs, a hushed phone call. By morning, she was gone. Car still in the driveway, purse on the counter. She returned at 8 a.m., disheveled. "We need to talk," she began, audacious. Not remorse, just unhappiness. "I know I should have come to you sooner." She twisted her fingers. "But I didn't want to hurt you." I nodded, numb. "You didn't avoid hurting me," my voice a whisper. "You just scheduled it." She flinched, then cried. My hands were shaking when I realized. Her tears weren't for me. They were for her shattered narrative, her loss of control. She believed her actions inconvenient, not cruel. That terrified me more than the affair. "Getting some air," I said, leaving. But I drove to my storage unit. I'd already moved essentials there. A preemptive strike. My backup drive held her car's audio logs. I'd started small, then heard Jedediah Shaw's name, then her laugh, sharper, freer. Still, one file remained untouched. Palm Springs Retreat. She'd returned tanned, humming. "You should have come," she'd said, kissing my head. Now on the cold concrete, I opened the file. A car door slammed. Rhiannon's voice playful. "Do you think he suspects anything?" Another male voice, not Jedediah, Benjamin Thorpe. "Your husband? I've seen houseplants with more awareness." Her laughter. "Poor Larkin. He probably thinks I'm networking." Intrigue. What hidden truth lay beneath the surface? It wasn't just cheating, it was contempt, dismissing me like a bland cup of tea. I fast-forwarded, hotel room sounds. "I should probably fake a fight with him soon," she said. "Make him feel guilty. That way when I disappear for a weekend again, he'll blame himself." This single statement shattered me. I'd questioned my worth, my excitement. But she hadn't left mentally because I lacked something. She left because I was easy. I left the unit, a finality settling. Not anger, just resolve. I sat in my car, engine off. 95% of people miss this simple trick. What haunted me was her effortlessness, manipulating me like a corporate strategy. I wanted clarity, not revenge. So I printed a single line. "Listen to everything, then come find me if you still can." I slipped it into an envelope with the USB drive holding all recordings. I placed it gently behind her favorite coffee mug. Big decisions start with small sips in the dishwasher. She always checked it. Then I walked out. Hours later, at a cheap motel, my phone buzzed. Rhiannon. Larkin, what the hell is this? Please tell me this is a joke. Then, I don't even remember saying half of those things. You must have edited it. You're being insane. Later. Larkin, please just answer. I'm scared. You disappeared. No apology, no remorse, just fear. I powered off my phone, a smile spreading for the first time in months. What happened next changed everything. The knock came at 9 a.m. Steady. I'd used my middle name. So seeing Rhiannon wasn't a shock. Beside her, Darian Davies, her brother, was. He hadn't spoken to me since I refused to fund his failed startup. Now he held her suitcase, judging me. Rhiannon's voice cracked. Larkin, can we talk? Not here. I didn't step aside. He doesn't come in. Darian scoffed. Relax, I'm just here to make sure she's okay. Ironic, I replied, since I spent 3 years trying to do exactly that. She walked past me, eyes darting around the motel room like a crime scene. She sat, clasping hands, a prepared apology ready. I listened to them all, she said. I'm not proud, but you have to understand. I was lost. We stopped being us. Perhaps because you kept giving pieces of us to everyone else, I countered. I wasn't perfect, but I was present. She flinched. I know what I did was wrong, she continued. But recording me, setting me up, that's not love either. Contradictory hook. Why failure is the key to success. She still believed this a mutual failure, placing us on equal ground. Darian stepped forward. Look, if you want to split, split. Don't drag this out. She's hurting too. I laughed, an incredulous sound. He hadn't heard the contempt. Hurting? I asked. How many times did she laugh about what a safe bet I was? His eyes darted. Rhiannon said nothing. I pointed to the door. Take your sister. I'll handle the rest. She stood looking at me, finally seeing past the soft husband. You think this ends with you walking away? She whispered. I didn't answer. I wasn't walking away. I was starting over, and I needed one more thing. Back at the storage unit, I found a folder. Voicemails. One from 2 years ago, the night she returned from a girls' weekend, claiming a friend was too drunk. I pressed play, her voice urgent, breathless. I can't keep pretending he's enough. I feel like I'm suffocating every time he talks about his day. He's so small, Jedediah. His world is so safe, and I need to feel something again. My stomach twisted. Emotional hook. My hands were shaking when I realized the true cost. She hadn't just cheated. She'd emotionally erased me. I closed my laptop and typed an email. I heard it all. I hope you remember what I gave you, because I never will again. No signature. No threats. I sent it to her mother. For years, her family had seen me as the lucky one, joking I'd caught her in a moment of weakness. I wanted them to see the full picture, not to hurt Rhiannon, but to reclaim my name. You won't believe what happened next. Her mother didn't reply. She showed up at my motel. I braced for defense, demands. Instead, she looked at me, truly looked. I had no idea, she whispered. I thought you were just quiet. Turns out you were surviving. Those words hit harder than any lie. Finally, someone saw me. Rhiannon was always restless, she continued, taught to chase the next best thing. Her father did the same. She doesn't know how to stay, but you did. You stayed too long. It didn't fix everything, but it was the first thread of closure I didn't have to pull myself. A week later, I filed for divorce. Quietly, no drama. I left the house, the furniture, the mugs. I took my books, my vinyl, and one photo of me before her, laughing, standing at the ocean's edge, oblivious to what was coming. Slowly, I rebuilt. I breathed again, slept soundly, remembered who Larkin Rhodes was. One day I looked in the mirror. I didn't see a broken man. I saw a free one,